the prophecy of Revelation, and the rise of surveillance technology. Drones, artificial intelligence, and chips. Are these foretold in Revelation? Imagine this. Every step you take, every word you say, every purchase you make, all tracked, recorded, and stored. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But what if I told you this idea has roots in a prophecy written over 2,000 years ago in the book of Revelation? Could the rise of surveillance technology be a sign that this ancient warning is coming true? Stick with me, because we're about to uncover some chilling connections that might just make you look over your shoulder. We've all had that moment, joking about our phones listening to us, wondering if our smart devices are spying. But then there's that moment when you see an ad for something you just talked about, and you start to think, maybe it's not a joke after all. This is where things start to come full circle. Revelation's warning about a powerful system of control isn't just a spiritual metaphor. It's becoming a practical reality. A world where every transaction, every movement, every decision is tracked and controlled. We're closer than we think. Imagine this. A society when all your financial activities are tracked. People are forced to comply to a supreme leader and false prophet directives. How far will this leader go? Will there be technologies like drones hovering above people of the world? Will transactions and personal data be powered by artificial intelligence, collecting data and operating with terrifying precision? Now imagine that same technology being described in an ancient text written thousands of years ago. Could it be possible? Was modern technology, like drones and AI, foretold in the book of Revelation? Let's set the stage. The book of Revelation is one of the most mysterious and debated books in the Bible. It's filled with symbolic visions, warnings about the end times, and prophecies that have left people guessing for centuries. One of the most chilling passages is in Revelation 13, where it talks about the mark of the beast. Here's what it says. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. In Revelation, we see a world where people are controlled by a powerful system, one that tracks their actions, dictates their access to resources, and enforces loyalty to the beast. Fast forward to today, and what do we see? Drones patrolling skies, rumors of war, AI analyzing our every move, and advanced tech monitoring what we buy, where we go, and even what we say. Doesn't that sound eerily familiar? Technology has advanced faster than anyone imagined. Revelation warns about a system where no one can buy or sell without the mark. Today, we're seeing digital currencies and biometric payment systems emerge, some even requiring facial scans or implanted chips. Are we building the very system Revelation warned us about? Take a moment to let that sink in. Could these tools, designed for convenience, be paving the way for a future where our every move is tracked and controlled? What technologies will exist in the end times? The Bible describes a time when a living image will be created that can speak and cause people to be killed if they do not worship it. And he is given power to give breath to the image of the beast, so that the image of the beast will even appear to speak and cause those who do not bow down and worship the image of the beast to be put to death. Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. This prophecy can be interpreted in light of modern advancements in technology. The concept of a living image that can speak and exert control over people's lives is not far-fetched in the age of artificial intelligence, AI, and sophisticated holograms. AI systems are becoming increasingly capable of simulating human-like interactions, and holographic technology is making strides in creating lifelike projections. These advancements could potentially be manipulated to fulfill such a prophecy, where AI or holographic representations could be used to enforce compliance and allegiance, mirroring the biblical description. This passage can be linked to modern technology such as microchips or digital identification systems. There are already discussions and experiments involving implantable microchips that can store personal information and be used for financial transactions. In some parts of the world, digital IDs are becoming essential for accessing various services. The idea of a mandatory mark or digital identifier that controls one's ability to participate in commerce is increasingly plausible. These technologies could easily be integrated in a way that aligns with the biblical warning about the mark of the beast, highlighting the need for vigilance and discernment among believers. A recent World Economic Forum update discussed a topic called "The Race for Advanced AI Chips." In this post, they shared a link that said, "Right now, the need for advanced chips to power AI is growing fast. Because of this, many top tech companies are showing off new AI chip models. Chips are the building blocks of a new kind of economy. The economy will indeed change. No matter what industry you are in, consumer goods, healthcare, shipping, business processes are becoming AI-enabled," says an expert in AI for businesses. The post also mentioned many countries, like the US, EU nations, and India, are investing a lot in new semiconductor factories to make the wafers needed for advanced chips. But it will take many years for these factories to start working. The quickly changing AI market brings new chances, but could also cause some problems. This has led some to believe that the prophecy in the Bible's book of Revelation, especially about the mark of the beast, is coming true. An intriguing possibility gaining traction lately is that of an RFID chip. Radio frequency identification, RFID, uses special electromagnetic fields to help automatically identify and track tags, or chips, attached to objects. This technology has been around for many years and is used for many things like tracking medicines, library books, vehicles, jewelry, other valuables, wildlife, and pets. RFID makes it easy to find these things and quickly identify them. RFID is also used for car keys and contactless payment methods. Recently, RFID chips have been put in humans, with some companies offering RFID chip implants to their employees. With an implanted chip, an employee can wave their hand to open doors, pay for food in the cafeteria, and use the copy machine. Supporters of RFID implants in humans imagine a future where people no longer need a wallet or passport. They believe these implants can help find lost children and elderly people, locate kidnapped victims, and allow emergency workers to access medical records of unconscious patients. While RFID technology in humans is becoming more popular worldwide, there are concerns about medical, technological, and ethical issues. For people who read the Bible, an RFID chip might be suspicious because it seems like the mark of the beast prophesied in Revelation, especially since most implants are put in a person's right hand. The mark of the beast is called this because it is created by a man referred to as the beast. Revelation is full of symbolic language. By using these symbols, we can better understand things that might be hard to grasp. It's important to remember that these symbols are meant to help us understand, not confuse us. The text says that even though the tribulation will be terrible, it will never be beyond God's control, because God holds Satan back. This shows we are not in that time period yet, because the verse says this mark will be required. 3 things need to happen for this to occur. First, there will need to be a rule to put these chips in people. Also, we haven't seen the abomination of desolation yet. For the chips to be used, the Antichrist also needs to be in charge. So we see 3 names for the same being. the Antichrist, the man of lawlessness, and the son of perdition. And we are given one other important name in Revelation 13. This is part of the vision that John had. Revelation 13 tells us, "Then I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his heads a blasphemous name. Now the beast which I saw was like a leopard, his feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. The dragon gave him his power, his throne, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as if it had been mortally wounded, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world marveled and followed the beast. So they worshipped the dragon who gave authority to the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, 'Who is like the beast? Who is able to make war with him?' Until he arrives, when his identity with this figure will be only too obvious, all attempts to decode it are useless speculation. One thing is clear: he will fall short of perfection, 7, in every regard. Throughout the final 3.5 years of the tribulation, the Antichrist will personify Satan himself. 2 Thessalonians 2:9 says, "The coming of the lawless one is according to the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders." The Antichrist will progress from being a regional leader to a world leader, a ruthless global tyrant, and finally, a god. The number of the beast. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for the number is that of a man, and his number is 666. The usage of numbers as symbols is very common. The book of Revelation has a large number of 7s, including stars, lampstands, lamps, seals, trumpets, and bowls. It is the round number of the Bible, the complete, the perfect figure. 12 is associated with the old people of God, their tribes, and the new, their apostles. 24 brings them together. We are uncertain about the exact nature of the mark of the beast. It is possible that technology similar to RFID may be used by the Antichrist to mark people during the tribulation. Alternatively, an RFID chip could be the actual mark of the beast, as the technology already exists. However, it is important to note that the mark of the beast is not currently in effect. Since the Antichrist is not openly present on the world stage, there is no mark to be taken yet. But this does not make the technology itself evil. It is the sinful use of a tool that is wrong, not the tool itself. Regardless of what the mark of the beast will be, an RFID chip or some other means of tracking and control, Christians should redeem the time. 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. People ask, are we in the end times? The Bible speaks of the last days, a period that has lasted for 2,000 years since the prophecy was fulfilled at Pentecost. Christians must always be prepared for the Lord's return. The Bible is full of predictions, with 735 prophecies about the future in 1/4 of its chapters. It is a prophetic text from start to finish, although some books focus more on predictions than others. According to Scripture prediction, 596 out of 735 prophecies have already come true, equivalent to 81%. Some of these prophecies were made centuries ago, and it is highly likely that the remaining 19% will also come true. The Bible has proven to be correct for every prediction that could have been fulfilled by now. The remaining prophecies are mostly concerned with the return of Jesus and the following events. How many of these predictions need to come true before the return of Jesus? The answer is approximately 20, and we must observe these events happening before we can anticipate the Lord's return. Jesus instructed us to remain watchful and prayerful. But what should we watch out for? We cannot just stand idle and gaze at the clouds, waiting for him to appear. That's not what he meant. Instead, he meant that we should keep track of the happenings in the world and recognize the signs that he provided to help us prepare. Signals are the signs.
Many seem to be confused because they do not understand the book of Revelation. However, what if there was an animation showing the entire book? Well, we created that. And to watch that, click here.